My name's Trisha Robertson, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm going to show you how to make a love note kit for Valentine's Day with the new Love You to the Moon stamp set. Here is the completed kit and all of the cards. And when I'm demonstrating this, I'm going to show you how to do the Love You to the Moon and back without cutting it out. I think cutting it out doesn't look as good as it could. Here I'm showing you all of the pieces, and I will attach a link to a PDF that will give you all the dimensions for each one of the cards, as well as the box. And for the Stampin' Up! Purist demonstrators, I am using 2 retired pieces of ribbon, but I couldn't help it. I love them, love them. You can substitute any ribbon that you want. I'm going to start by making the box that the cards are going to sit in. You'll use 4 pieces of 5 1/4 by 5 1/4, and we're going to make 3 by 3 envelopes. And you can see right here on the board, it tells me to cut my paper 5 1/4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to score it 2 5/8. So the first thing I'm going to do is line my paper up at 2 5/8, the 2 5/8, and I'm going to punch it. Then I'm going to use the crease line here and score it. And then as I'm turning it, I'm going to put it under the pigtail or the score guide, and I'm going to continue to punch this around. And I'm lining it up at that score guide, the pigtail right here, and I'm punching it, and I'm scoring it. And what we're doing is creating the envelope. Okay, and when we're all done, we're going to use the other side of this, which is a corner rounder. We're going to stick the edge right in here, and we're going to punch it, all 4 sides. And we're going to continue to do this until you have 4 pieces that look just like this. Now, I made an error by saying 4 pieces. You need 3, 5 1/4 by 5 1/4, and you're going to make the envelopes like we showed you. And here's what you're going to do. There's going to be 2 pieces that are full envelopes, and 1 piece you're going to cut the 2 flaps off, and pay attention to where we have sticky tape, because we're going to need to use that. And so to make your front flap, or this flap here, you're going to take the sticky tape off. And I don't have fingernails, so I apologize. And you're going to stick it down. So now we've got our front pieces. Now, to put the box together, we're going to fold all of our score lines here. And we're going to lift the sides up to where the sticky tape is down. And so we're going to take this sticky tape off, like so. It's coming off easier now, so I said that. Okay, and the nice thing about this, I can't get this sticky piece off me. Okay. The nice thing about these envelopes is you can kind of see where you need to line it up right here, and then you're just going to stick your tape down. So now we have our bottom. Do the same to the other side. Neat static clean. Okay. I'm going to line it up at the bottom. Line it up. And we're going to put this down. Now we have the base, and in order to create the sides, then you'll do the sticky tape again. And we're going to do the sides one at a time. To the other side. My cat decided to join us. Okay, I'm going to lift this up, go to the edge, and again. And And there you have the shell of your box. Okay, so now we have the front that we're going to complete along with the handle. I just used the floral wire and I just eyeballed it and got it to be about how it comes right across. And I punched holes in the side of my box to put the wire through. And I'm a firm believer in using your dimensionals to the last. So I've got the edges here and I've already put the dimensionals on the back side of my tags. So those of you who haven't used a stamp pad before, this is the Real Red Classic Stamp Pad. You're going to open it and flip it and slide it into place. Now I'm using my Sizzix rubber mat. I find it gives me a little more resistance when I'm using the clear stamps. And this is the Love You, so I'm going to ink it up. I'm going to look at it, make sure it's got about the amount of ink I want. And I'm going to center it on this piece, and I'm going to press real hard, try not to rock it. And I got some burp lines, so I'm going to try it again. That's why it's lovely to have two-sided. Not going to push so hard. And I'm going to stamp it. Much better. Okay, and so I'm going to use those dimensionals on the back of this, and it's okay. We just have twice the love today. And there's my dimensional and my dimensional. Okay, so I'm going to put my scallop circle punch right here and seal my little envelope. And this is a 1/4 inch circle in Coastal Cabana, and this is Real Red. Put that right there. I'm going to take my pieces of my dimensional off, and I'm going to, right there, okay. Press, make sure everything's the way I want it. Then I'm going to take my piece of wire and put it in through the side. And then bend it. That's the great thing about floral wire. It's not super duper strong. Easy to bend with just your fingers, and you can cut it with scissors. And I'm going to do the other side. I'm going to kind of eyeball it to make sure that my shape is about the way I want it. And then I'm just going to wrap the wire around the edges on both sides. Now you could use stronger gauged metal, but I like the floral because I can shape it and sculpt it with my fingers. And this kind of has a Mad Hatter look, but that's what homemade is, right? A little bit off. Nobody can see your errors. And then I just take my scissors I use for my adhesive, and I just kind of get that rough edge off by cutting it a little bit. Okay. And like I said before, I was naughty and I used some retired ribbon. So I cut a couple little pieces here in a color I thought matched well. So you can use whatever ribbon you would like to use. We have beautiful ones out there right now. And this is the new Coastal Cabana stretchy ribbon. I love it. Can add a little piece of that on there. Tie it up. And this is the sweater ribbon. Okay, and then I don't like to have all this edge, so I'm going to cut it off a little bit. Give those cute little angles. There is your box. Super cute. The next piece that we're going to create is When I Think of You, I Can't Stop Smiling. And I'm going to show you just real quick, there's tons of videos out there using the magnetic platform and the Chalk Talk framelit on how you line this up. So I've already stamped my stamp on my white Whisper White cardstock. You just place it down with the cutting pad underneath it. And then I'm just going to line it up to be exactly the way I want it to be lined up. And then you put the top piece on, and the new magnetic board lets that stay right to it, and then you just run it right through the Sizzix. Now we've run this through the Sizzix, and you're going to end up with this piece right here. And I've gone ahead and pre-assembled. We use the label bracket punch, and this is the linen thread. But I wanted to show you, this is the back side of this paper, and this is Fresh Prints. It's in the new occasions catalog. And so you're just going to put your pieces together. And again, I used my leftovers because I love my leftovers. I'm just going to put all of this together. And you have a cute, simple, easy card. And a set of two. Same card, but they look completely different. Okay, on this one, I used the scallop circle punch. I used the 1 1/4 circle punch. I cut out a little love note stamp, and I used my Stampin' Write markers Real Red to color in the little heart to give it a touch of pizzazz. And again, the same thing, I used my Pop Dots, remnants, and my Stamp Club isn't going to believe that I didn't spray all this down with glitter because I love glitter, which you're going to see in the next card. Whoops. And then you can put it anywhere you want to on this card. Isn't that cute, a little set, a little love note. To the Moon and Back card, I'm going to use glimmer paper because I can't get away with not using it. But a little helpful hint with the glimmer paper is to use double-sided tacky tape. So I'm going to put this piece right here together and center it here. And then notice that my tacky tape is here. And it will make it adhere a little better to the card. And so there you have it. Here are the cards and the box. And for more great ideas this year, I'm going to start making videos.